31. Now, if you didn't see the game, it was an amazing game, especially the second half, because Clemson did what they've done a lot this year, and that is get a lead and then just let the other team back in the game. But just like I said last week against South Carolina, I said Clemson's not going to win that game because they're only going to score about 14 points, and they scored 14 and got beat. Somebody asked me at work earlier today if I thought Clemson was going to win. I said no, they're only going to score 17, 20 points. They can't win like that. But ended up scoring 34 because if you missed the first 5 minutes, Clemson ended up scoring 21 altogether in the first quarter. But SMU got the ball, ran 2 plays, got a first down. On the third play, they fumbled. Clemson recovered it, got the ball at SMU's 33-yard line, scored a touchdown. And then SMU got the ball back, had to punt. Antonio Williams ran it back, I think, 28 yards on the punt return. Then there's a 15-yard penalty on SMU, so Clemson got the ball on SMU's 28-yard line. So the first two drives, Clemson had 61 yards and 14 points. In the game, SMU had way more yards than Clemson did. I think Clemson wound up with like 330 yards, but they scored 34 points because of the special teams and because of turnovers by SMU. And that's the most important, the only stat, in my opinion, that matters on offense is points. I would rather my team score 50 points and only have 300 yards of offense than have 500 yards of offense and only score 20. Those yards don't mean diddly squat if the ball don't go in the end zone. But Clemson was up 24-7 at halftime, and I forgot what the exact number is, but it was something like Dabo was almost 100-1 when he's leading by 17 or more at halftime. And they let SMU come back and tie it 31-31. And then SMU kicks off after tying the game with 16 seconds to go. And Adam Randall, who's basically become a reserve receiver for us, and I don't think he might have played 5 snaps the whole night, gets the kickoff, runs it back to about the Clemson 40-yard line, between the 40 and 45, I believe. And then we throw one pass to Antonio Williams that gets to the 38, and they call timeout with 3 seconds to go and kick a 56-yard field goal as time expired. And they've said all year long that Nolan Hooser, I call him Hauser because of the way it's spelled, could kick the ball 50-plus yards, but the only times he's tried it, it's been blocked. So this time he got it up. It was not blocked. It goes in. Clemson wins 34-31. Be interesting to see who gets that final spot. Will it be SMU? Will it be Alabama? It should be SMU, but I have a feeling it'll be Alabama. Of course, there's a 4-hour show on Sunday afternoon to determine what 12 teams get in the playoffs. Any thoughts on any of this, please feel free to let me know. I'll have some more college football thoughts coming up later on in the week. We'll talk about the NXT Premium Live event coming up in the next day or so. We'll talk about SWA, that, of course, is coming up for me next Saturday, the 14th. It's our annual Toys for Tots show. Thanks to all of you that came on here tonight and chimed in and commented. And maybe we'll find out in the next day or so. Hey there, Tavian. Glad to have you here. Maybe we'll find out in the next day or so how serious Carson Beck's injury was. He came back in late in the game, the final play of the game, matter of fact, but he just handed the ball off, so we don't know how serious his injury is. But me personally, I think Georgia's offense is better with Carson Beck, and I only say that because Gunnar Stockton played a half, and I bet he ran 10 quarterback draws. You know, when Carson Beck runs, it's unexpected, so it works. When Gunnar Stockton's in the game, you're going to expect that. So to me, it makes your offense more predictable. Anytime there's third and long, Gunnar Stockton's going to run. Anytime Georgia gets a first down and wants to hurry up and snap the ball real fast, Gunnar Stockton's going to run. So to me, your offense is more predictable with Gunnar Stockton in the game. That's just my opinion. It's really hard to tell this day and time about offensive coordinators. With Tavian, I'll be going to sleep soon myself. I'll probably be up by another hour or so, and I'm going to call it a night myself. 8 o'clock comes early in the morning, but thanks for being here. Hopefully, you gave the video a like and a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. But if you're a long-time football fan or just a football historian that goes back and watches old games, you know, back in the 70s and 80s, almost every team ran the option of wishbone. And then by the 90s, it for most teams, you know, transfers to the I formation, the pro style, things like that. Back in those days, if your offense was good, it was the coordinator. If your offense was bad, it was the coordinator. But nowadays, it's really, really hard to tell because nowadays, I mean, obviously, if you've got a third and short or fourth and short, it's either the coordinator or the head coach. But 85 to 90% of offenses now give the quarterback the option to change about every play. So if the quarterback is changing plays, we don't know what the actual coordinator called. So if the play doesn't work, it's not the coordinator, it's the quarterback. If the play does work, it's not the coordinator, it's the quarterback. And then plus you also have quarterbacks now that have the run pass option where they have the option to run or to pass it. So if that play works, it's the quarterback. If it doesn't work, it's the quarterback. So we really don't know outside of third and shorts or fourth and shorts and the first, usually most teams, you know, script the first 15 or so plays. After that, it's really hard to tell, you know, what a coordinator is really, really calling. So we don't know when a team struggles if it's because of the quarterback or is it because of the coordinator. You know, we don't know. But I think Georgia's offense is better with Carson Beck. That's just my personal opinion. Any thoughts on any of this, please feel free to let me know. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. They say when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Goodbye, everyone. I'm out of here.